Welcome to Egg Shorts. I'm Kalen. With me is my father, Brandon. And today, in the next 5 minutes, Dad is going to explain the difference in the ranch since he has been a kid to now. What has been the big change that has occurred, whether a theme of changes or a couple of small items that you've noticed that have changed the most?
Well, I went from carefree days of just wandering around pastures and
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah to okay, I wish I could go back to those days of
Yeah, I feel
carefree.
you. I understand.
uh, you know, in some ways, obviously the terrain doesn't change. Um, Stress level, you know, is just passed on from one to the other,
Mhm.
from one generation to the next. So, um, the main thing I think is the incorporation for us, more, how do I put it, more concentrated in the dual purpose of income. And I mean, it's what we do. It's not just the income. It's, I don't know what the hell I'd do if I couldn't train a horse.
Yeah. So you're saying
You
more
know?
diversity versus
Yeah.
just focusing on
Right.
what used to be cattle production.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Long ago, back, just after the turn of the century, when this was place was homesteaded, um, you know, they were trying to turn some dirt,
Right. Because
you
that's what
know.
everybody knew how to do back then.
Yeah, and you talk about diversity. There were some cows, there were some sheep, there was
Probably goats
grain,
and chickens.
chickens certainly. I don't recall anybody. I'm sure there was a goat or two around, but um, you know, very small scale though. So it was basically enough to feed yourself. You
Yeah.
know,
Like
and you know
Thomas
there were milk
Jefferson
cows.
said, the yeoman farmer.
The yeoman farmer, yeah,
Yeah.
call it that. But there was certainly, everybody had a milk cow. I mean, that was just, you basically took care of your family with a milk cow and chickens, and you might have a hog or a sheep or something for some meat. And that was it. The rest of it was all, basically gone to production. Now, that hasn't changed a lot because we sure don't consume near what we produce. We're looking at, if we're lucky, a beef a year, and we haven't done that until this year for a long time. And so it's just, I finally went, we got to do this. The price of meat, I mean, how crazy is it that you're building meat, you're making beef, and you're selling it, and you're going to the store and buying it back,
Yeah. It's, well,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
So, and we were
Well,
doing that because
why
it
do
was
we
more
do that?
cost effective.
Yeah. I was going to say it was more cost effective. And now because of the Packers, it's
Right.
gone backwards. But yeah.
It's, well, and it's gone that way, but we're also now feeding not just ourselves, but we're having food available at a local level
Mhm.
for other people. And which is, that's the right answer. It's just it's very difficult to get that arranged with, the small meat packers, the mom and pop jobs that are around, which are great because we have to depend on each other. And they're so booked up that I'm sure the last thing they
Good
want to do
problem.
is the last thing you want to do is wrap another steak or a deal of hamburger. I mean, you just get tired of that. But I mean, it is what you do, so you do it. Um, but just the way we do things, we never had, like, for instance, the equipment, the tractor that we've got now, you know, um, and everything was horse drawn. I saw a
1 minute.
short quip in the local paper from like 1920 something, where my great grandpa had bought a motor automobile, and he was trying to figure this thing out, and he was trying to say whoa, and was, the lines were, I mean, it's muscle memory, right?
Yeah.
And they were joking about it, but we've come full circle because we're using some horses now again and putting them in harness.
Mhm.
So things change, the purpose changes, the degree of what you use something changes, but overall a lot of the things are the same.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. It's changed, but it hasn't. Same, but different.
Yeah.